So apparently, I don't know what 30 seconds is.
What you were just I can't even see it right now. What you were just sitting there.
No, yeah, I don't know. I walked out, but I came back. It took me longer than 30 seconds. That's all I can say.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank y'all. Well, not thank y'all, but welcome back. You know, welcome back to Epiphany Media. But I'm still gonna thank y'all for tuning in. Though.
As always, how could we not thank you guys that make it possible? Sorry, we're late. We had to do it for the culture. Last day of Black History Month, and I feel so unorganized right now. I don't know why. Um, yeah, last day of Black History Month. I don't have a background, so I look at my face and my dress that's failing. Mom would be Mom would be upset at me. It's failing.
It's something new to you. It's you got it's the upkeep
Yeah,
that
it'll be
come
like
with that.
I'm prepared for braids upkeep, but not for a little bit different. A little bit different.
Shit.
But welcome, you guys. Welcome uh, to the last day. The last day of February. Some people would say, Black History Month. Uh, so shout out to y'all for joining us.
Yeah. Now y'all can see my face for the viewers out there. I had to share, which y'all should be doing. Is sharing
Please and thank you. Please and
and
thank
subscribing. Please share. Please subscribe. Even if you don't like it, just still share it on your page.
you.
If you're listening right now on the various streaming apps, be sure to subscribe so you can get new updates on all the new shows that come out.
uh, on YouTube, or watch us on YouTube, Facebook, as you guys already know, all of that good stuff. Uh, I'm feeling organized. I can't see the comment. Maybe nobody's commenting. We only got 1,000 people in here right now.
Let me see. No one, no one has commented except Angel. What's up, Angel? But she said you gotta um, put the mic closer to your face because
Can't.
she said you sounding kind of low.
I can't.
No, you can do it. You just
Hmm. Eminem's not a Black History figure, but if he was, I would quote him. I can't do it today. Black History, the last day. So we didn't really do anything show wise for Black History Month. I think Angel had said uh, this year too. She said it seemed like it was a more quiet Black History Month as far as like she didn't see a lot of like sharing or posts about Black History Month. Um, we had some stuff over on Instagram, but it just seemed quieter than past years, I guess.
Hey, do you think the blackness calmed down a little bit because Trump is out of office? So people felt like we got a little bit of the racist establishment out of office. So people was like, they was feeling good for Black History Month this month, and then you got Aunt Jemima turning something crazy, Pearl Millen,
Pearl Millen,
something like that, and you
that's
got
a cool black lady though, don't
Uncle Ben. I don't know who he is yet.
Pearl Millen. Don't that still sound like a black grandma Pearl?
Right, right. Yeah, so I don't know. Harriet Tubman they talking about bringing her back, putting her on the 20 as originally planned, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
But
don't.
Black History, but I guess people could be, well, Black History should be every day. So people ain't even celebrating the month. If people feel like it's a racist month,
How's that, Angel? Is that better?
that shit is extra loud now. Hold on, I got to turn you down on my end.
We'll get it together. I ain't making no more adjustments. That's why we came here fashionably late, fashionably late in the first place. I'm assuming that's better.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't got to struggle. You sound like you excited for the show today now.
I'm always uh I'm always excited for the show. We all can't be D Hawk Jr. You know what I'm saying? we all can't slumber like bears, man.
Behind the scenes footage.
Hilarious. So anyway, so like I said, maybe you guys didn't hear me. I'll repeat myself that Angel has stated that oh shit, this is loud. Angel said that she said that this Black History Month she didn't see a lot of I guess sharing, or she didn't. It was just quiet, as in not a bunch of I don't know, sharing like normal, I guess. And I kind of feel the same way. Like of course, I seen some stuff. We posted some stuff up on Instagram, but um, it kind of seemed a little quieter. I don't know if the Trump thing is a factor or not. I really don't know. But for whatever reason, it do seem quieter. So we wanted to, just so happened it lines up we were able to have a show on the last day of the month, and we wanted to talk a little, Black history, modern Black history, whatever you want to call it. Just you know, I was gonna say Black excellence. People like to put that tag on a lot of stuff. Just a bunch of you got a song about Black stuff, right? What's it called?
Black ass shit. Hey, a lot of some people don't like to cut, the cussing shit. Hey, Eddie Murphy, people ain't like Eddie Murphy cussing, brought him down, but he's still cussing to this day.
Exactly. Bill Cosby was one of them. Look, man, so we want this is just talk about some Black history stuff. We want to find out, and I'm gonna put the question out to y'all early so y'all can type it in the comments. Name somebody or list somebody or tell us why a person, a Black person preferably. I mean, I guess technically don't have to be, but it probably should be a Black person that like inspires you, or that you like try to pattern your life after, or like follow their teachings. So if it's like a Martin Luther King or Rosa Parks, or what I'm saying, or somebody modern, it could be Serena Williams, it could be I don't know, a number of people. Yeah, just let us know who you guys who y'all rock with in the Black history community. I guess it don't have to be like a civil rights leader. It don't have to be a Martin Luther King or a Fred Hampton or something. Just anybody. It could be an athlete. It could be a movie star, director. You know what I'm saying? Anything, whatever.
Anybody Black. Period.
Yeah. pretty much anybody Black. And while we do that,
no role models to speak of. It ain't gonna people ain't gonna want to comment.
Nobody want to talk about Black history much. What y'all talking about today?
Searching through my memory. I couldn't find one. Man, y'all better. It got to be somebody, man.
Man, like how could we not? How could it not? As much influence that Black people, Black culture have in the world. Are you telling me, not you personally, but you telling me there's people out there that could say that I don't have any, there's no Black figure that I like look up to or pattern after, or you telling me those people out there?
That's crazy. It could be like a white figure that inspired them. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
which it's nothing wrong with. That's cool. But today, it's all about that Black person that inspires you. Because
I'm just saying, you think it's white people out there that says there are no Black people who have influenced me in some kind of way.
Yes, it is Black people out there.
No,
I mean, I'm sorry. It is white people out there that feel like
how?
guaranteed. But
How?
it could. but you know what? You are right. They could have influenced them, but influenced them negatively to say, that's why, I don't like black people, et cetera, et cetera.
It's inspired to be John Wilkes Booth.
Exactly.
Lincoln start talking that man. Black people should better vote. Like, oh no, we gotta kill this nigga. Get him out of here immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. He's like, all right, he freed him. I don't love it. You know what I'm saying? But you trying to give him right? Oh no, he gotta go. He gotta fucking go. which is great.
So I remember I was going to Tri-C, and somebody that I heard from the radio on Tom Joyner, he used to come on and speak like about once a week, and I didn't know he was from here. What is his name? Like something Johnson, right?
What do you call him? Jeff Johnson.
Yeah, Jeff Johnson.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was from here. But anyways, he came to speak, and him saying like I was sitting in the same seats that you were, and talking about his life experience, and that shit inspired me. You know what I'm saying? To a degree where I got to get on my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when he come on the radio, he doesn't really talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when he gets off the political banter and just start talking regular. So yeah, that was I could say that was an inspiration right there that I can just recall a memory that what he said left an imprint on me.
It's like that's yeah, that's right, man. Like there got to be some people like it influenced me, but in a bad way or something. Like, but because I would think like even if it wasn't like we talked about last week, even if it's just showing you what not to do, you know what I'm saying? You would think that it will still give you some kind of an influence, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sure. So anyway, before we go on, just as a celebration, I was saving the last of this, I guess. We don't do free advertising, but sometimes you gotta celebrate your people. You know what I'm talking about? So this the light's gonna kill it. This Bros. The camera's back. Sorry. Bourbon whiskey. You know what I'm saying? This is a Kentucky bourbon whiskey. That's what I'm drinking on today to celebrate, Black excellence. I didn't drop the top. And then as far as cigars go, there's some exclusive shit. B don't even got this. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
What is that? Hold on, let me see.
Trace Lindas.
It ain't from Cuba though.
But they Black and Cuban. The only Black owned cigar company in the States.
Like in the state, no, you saying only. The only one in the States? What about, I mean, you got, I don't know about that one.
Black owned and operated?
Black owned and operated. See, I don't know. Okay, so you got Carl Malone, he got his.
Do you own it though? Or is he the face of it?
I'm pretty sure he own it.
You could be the face of it, not own it.
He own it.
Do you operate it?
You know what? That's why I need to turn on my info computer.
It ain't three. The only Black 3 female led cigar company.
Okay, you got me there. Then.
It's Black owned, is what I'm saying. Get off my back.
No, I'm just trying to put some more Black owned, cigar places out there. But it's cool. Then we got another one. I haven't heard of them. Shout out to them.
Black owned.
I might have to try. See, I don't. Well, I would smoke a cigar, but I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill today.
The only maybe,
but I am gonna sip a brew. This is one of the many white-owned breweries in America.
One of the one of the many white-owned breweries.
Hey, I mean, it's some blackberries, but they aren't here yet. Like I would. Hey, you know what? Um, about this time last year, like damn near to the day, it was this guy. It was a black guy. He brew his own beer, and that was some of the best beer I ever had. So if he ever created a brewery in Cleveland, like I'm I'm going all the time, just cause. But not only because it's black owned, but it's actually good.
Quality, right?
It was like it was like honey in there, honey something. It was good as hell.
Angel said the only female black-owned. All right, that was close. Black-owned is the key. Like, I ain't had that whiskey in a minute. That shit kick.
Mm.
That's like a real sip. That kick. Ooh. All right. So Angel said her. Now I can never say this lady name right. I always call her Eliza, but I know it's not Eliza. It's Ilana or something. Van Zant. Aliana. I can't say her name. I'm not trying to be ignorant and disrespectful. I can't. I just never do it right. But anyway,
I'm not even gonna try because I don't want to look foolish.
she's a she's like is she a counselor or like a social worker type? I know she got like that show that about she help people fix
Oh,
problems.
okay, that's her.
Saving Eliza, not Eliza, whatever her name is, saving lives or changing lives or something.
Just say Miss Vania.
Yeah, right. How do you not know her? Oh, that's for you.
So this is the same person that you just said who not certified that be talking to people, right?
I don't think she's certified. I hope she got something. I hope she ain't Steve Harvey and out here.
And she be having TV shows and people like celebrities come on or whatever.
Yeah, changing my life or something.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, if y'all know the name of the show, don't have us just looking dumb. Like, put it in the comments so we're not just looking stupid out here.
but also Angel, like I don't watch those type of TV shows. I mean, I seen highlights of the shows because of social media, but that's not my type. I don't like to watch shows about tea. Like
About
I
tea?
don't. Yeah, about tea, about gossip and all that type of like that's that the Love and Hip Hops, the what's the other one? Real Housewives. That I don't watch that stuff. Like
I think she do. I think she do. I don't know. I can't.
But she had New York on the show. I remember that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh well.
Look, I don't.
To some extent, then you're right.
Yeah, just not my. I don't watch that. So yeah, but I heard of it though.
Yeah, I would if I could just figure out how to say her name. So she do. I will read you off her thing. She is a American inspirational speaker, lawyer, New Thought spiritual teacher, author, life coach, and television personality, known for her books, talk show appearances on the Oprah Winfrey Show. She's 67. That's older than I thought she was. She's from Brooklyn. Blah blah blah. You know what I used to think she was? Every time her name would pop up, I used to think she was the Nene Leakes lady or whatever. Like I don't know what she do either, but I know she's on she like do reality shows or whatever.
Yeah, the Real Housewives.
Yeah, I don't watch it, so I was just trying to put a face with the name and stuff, and I used to always think that was Nene Leakes, but somebody corrected me. Angel said she wrote a bunch of books. Oprah helped her sort of come out. Aliana, whatever, fix my life. She's just a strong woman of faith that helps people get it together. She said she had Michael Vick on there too. He needs it. Hey, I was watching one of our old shows and was calling people coons, and Michael Vick was one of them.
Oh, because of what he said. I mean, hey,
that's
for
cool.
Somebody who got $100 million taken from him
twice.
they trying to recoup some of that money.
Yeah.
so they can, live peacefully. Because look, he wouldn't be doing this talking on these NFL shows if he didn't lose that money. So he just trying to keep his job. He ain't stupid. Because I know off the show it's totally different.
Right. So maybe he do need to get his life together. So he needs to be on there. Angela said she just reminds you of older, wiser person who gives good advice. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, like I said, I'm sure there's so many of those people that we don't even know that don't get the screen time. I mean, we could talk about Ebony J and the work that she do here or in her charity. Saying like so it's like there's plenty of people out there that do stuff that we don't necessarily hear about all the time or whatever. But um, it's it's important that they're being represented and people are finding them somehow, some way. Especially women. I'm down with that for sure. This nigga. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, Al Pacino pasta eating
what?
plate of spaghetti. Robert De Niro, wise guy over here. Um, so Angela said, "Who's yours?"
Is it done? That's a famous saying.
She said a little bit, yeah, a little while back. So we got a video. We got a couple videos for y'all. So this is Byron sent me two. I'm assuming these are his, or maybe they was just uh,
Yeah, we could talk about it after the video. After videos, bro.
so we actually got one that we share.
So I can eat.
Like inspirational people. We each picked two people each. We didn't talk about it, but we shared one person. So we'll say that person for the end. But this is Byron's first person. We'll be right back.
We want freedom by any means necessary. We want justice by any means necessary. We want equality by any means necessary. We don't feel that in 1964, living in a country that is supposedly based upon freedom and supposedly the leader of the free world, we don't think that we should have to sit around and wait for some segregationist congressmen and senators and a president from Texas in Washington, D.C. to make up their mind that our people are due now some degree of civil rights. No, we want it now, or we don't think anybody should have it.
How will passage of the bill affect job opportunities?
I don't see where job opportunities will affect, I don't see how passage of the bill will affect job opportunities for black people when there's no law now that can create opportunities in employment even for white people. The whole system in this country, the economic system, is such that jobs are scarce. Automation is limiting jobs. It's decreasing jobs. And as automation eliminates the job opportunities, legislation will not create job opportunities. All it will do is bring about friction and hostility between the two races.
How will passage of the Civil Rights Bill affect voter registration?
Anytime you have to pass a civil rights bill to make voter registration or voting opportunities increase for black people in this country, that in itself is a slap at the entire system of democracy. The only thing that will affect voter registration is when our own leaders form some kind of political education program that makes our people become more politically mature, politically alert, and aware of what their involvement and participation in politics will bring them. So it's not so much voter registration without voter education is a waste of time. Legislation will do neither.
Hey, so look,
It's just a waste of time.
I watched a lot of like Malcolm X speeches and stuff, and at that one, I'm like, not saying like yada yada yada, but like stuff I heard. That part at the end though, that end part, I'm like, oh, this is not nothing I want to say I haven't heard it put that way by him before, I guess.
Like voter registration without education.
Yeah, getting people out to vote but not educating them is pointless. And that would have been a great topic before this past election. Some people would have argued like, "Hey, we just got to get Trump out of there," blah blah blah. Which is, I understand that.
You just got to know what come with that, though.
Boy, getting that education. Look, so I try to do it on politics. I don't, I'm not a teacher, per se. But just topics and stuff that I think is important or important for people to know about, and we have good discussions over there. But man, he was 1,000% right, 1,000% right.
Now, for the reason why I chose him, like growing up, everything was Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Martin Luther King is perfectly cool. You know what I'm saying? He was, one of the leaders, but he gets praised by everyone, right? Excuse me, this food is this Al Pacino food is just so good, but Malcolm X, he wasn't praised by everybody, so I was like, it's Malcolm X. I seen a movie with Denzel in it. Shout out to him. This is when I was younger, right? So as I got older, I started watching like every speech that this man did on YouTube. I'm talking 8 hours long. I'm watching the whole thing.
The whole thing, yeah.
Like he was the reason why he was unliked is because what he was saying was just too raw and too real, to the point where, that's what ended his demise. And he was even real once he realized some of the stuff that he was saying, was just given to him
right
by someone else. And then when he came back with his own stuff, it was still, Malcolm, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like, what word I want to say? It wasn't more so divide. It was more so, try to work together. And then boom, he was gone right after that. You know what I'm saying? But the stuff that he was saying, that that was impactful to me. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the history books, Malcolm X, Malcolm. I'm sorry, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King. Okay, so you really only think Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks. That's it. Like that's literally it. When you were in school, so you really don't know. You didn't hear about the Fred Hamptons. You know about Malcolm X, but he really wasn't talked about. The Huey P. Newtons and stuff like that. You didn't really hear about them. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm older, now that I'm researching, well, this was when I was younger, in my 20s, but then I, come to find out about these other leaders that was involved in the the civil rights movement. So
yeah, I agree. I wish I had I'm gonna try to find it real quick, see if I can find that RDC World One video, and it was talking about learn about Black History Month in school, and it was like the same thing you said. It was like I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna see if I can find it and pull it up.
yeah, I know I posted it in the last month, 2 months.
It's hilarious. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that I always say that you can't have one without the other. You can't get change without having the Martin, and you need the Malcolm part, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the same thing happened to both of them at the end of the day.
Right, violent or non-violent, they both got assassinated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they both did. So,
like knowing that you're going to die because of what you believe in is something crazy, and they accepted that.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they didn't know that it was going to happen. Like all the death threats they getting,
rocks, houses set on fire,
yeah,
et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you for sure. I think that I don't know, man.
They knew it was going to happen, and they still
did what they had to do.
Yeah, still did what they had to do, which is.
I like the fact that, like I said, I'm a Malcolm fan, and he was definitely on my list. But I don't know. I feel like I went in a pretty good direction. How do y'all feel about Malcolm out there? Like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that? Just give me your thoughts, your general thoughts on him. level of importance, and it's a song. It might not be that important in that way. Wait a minute. Not wait a minute, but I might have made her. I got some stuff to check out afterwards because I just realized something. Anyway, so yeah, any thoughts you guys got on Malcolm? Go ahead and throw them in the comments. We'll just keep rolling. I'm gonna play mine. Mine is a little bit longer. The message is so good though that I couldn't chop it up to it's a little bit longer, but hopefully y'all bear with me and hopefully the message will come through. Now wipe your mouth, man. You're looking weird out here.
2004, a $50 million deal on the table, and in a crisis of conscience, flipped the table over and walked away. Went to South Africa. Everyone said I was running away from the money. That is not true. In fact, I still want that money. The idea that I wanted to just share with you guys is the idea that sometimes you do what you think is best, whether anybody understands it or not. I heard a story about my father where someone told me he used to do statistics for a company in D.C. The company he did statistics for started doing business with the South African government, so he quit his job. It's caused a lot of problems between him and his wife. It's hard for a man when he can't provide for his family the way he wants to, and he suffered through it. And a generation later, when I had my crisis of conscience, I was able to go to a free South Africa and get away from the heat. This idea that what you do in your lifetime informs the generations that comes after you is something I keep thinking about, something that is so much bigger than just ourselves. And today I'm standing in front of you guys, and I know you guys are like, oh, I know you're bored. But I see family of mine in the front row some who I've never met, and I just realize how all of us are connected. That my great-grandfather built something more substantial than buildings. He built a community, and he built, more importantly than a community, he built a way. So I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Hello, police. I just saw him saying, I mean. He's standing over like, so this is what black people talk about. I just want you guys to remember, that right now there's this thing where ethics aren't what they used to be. This idea that people are trying to replace the ideas of good and bad with better or worse. And that is incorrect. You gotta keep your ethics intact because good and bad is a compass that helps you find the way. And a person that only does what's better or worse is the easiest type of person to control. They are a mouse in a maze that just finds the cheese. But the one who knows about good and bad will realize that he's in a maze. So, that being said, I just hope that all of you guys transcend whatever you see as your obstacles and that you live outstanding lives and that you stay connected to your communities because you have so much power there, and that you grow your communities and you diversify your communities, and that you don't let anybody tell you can't or to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid because you can't be brave or courageous without fear. The idea of being courageous is that even though you're scared, you just do the right thing anyway.
Whew. Shout out to my man, Dave Chappelle. Andrew said, I love him. I'm not sure you're talking about Malcolm Malcolm or Dave. But Dave Chappelle. So I picked Dave Chappelle as my first one. Because so not just, I guess, more recently where he's like kind of fighting for his independence, for the rights for his show and all of this stuff. But I mean, just what he said in that speech, in regards to, like some things are bigger than money. You know what I'm saying? Like never be afraid to be yourself, no matter what. He had this other quote that wasn't in there. It was like um, the hardest thing in the world is to it's like the hardest thing in the world is to be yourself when everyone's watching. You know what I'm saying? Like to not let the pressure or all eyes be on you to the point where it changes you or it changes your how you operate. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, more recently, I mean, he walked away from 50 mil.
That's a lot of money, but he kept his freedom.
He kept his freedom, right? And he said that he said he ended up signing a bigger deal. You know what I'm saying, late last year or whatever. You know, it's like the Netflix deal
for way less work.
Yeah, for way less work, right? Exactly. So, just saying, like, that's what I don't know. Fighting for his independence of the Chappelle Show initially for not signing that deal about 50 mil, but then also, like working with Netflix and then like getting Comedy Central to like give him his show, like to literally
his name.
You own this, and here's some money. You know,
I couldn't even use the Chappelle. Couldn't use it. That's why you got that C.
Talk about really Talk about really fighting, like fighting for your independence, man. Modern day, like modernly fighting for your independence from like a major corporation, or like it's crazy. So to be able to stand up for that, Dave Chappelle definitely go on my list as one of my most influential people because some stuff bigger than money, man. Like you said, it's hard to be scared, but you got to be courageous out here when the deck's stacked against you.
Yeah, I love Chappelle though.
Yeah,
like I like his style now more than his old stand-up style. Like his stand-up style is now is more serious. He talking to you, and then he'll say something funny as hell, but it'll be something real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I'm a fan of both. I feel like
Oh yeah, a fan of both.
Right.
But like now, like back then, it was more.
Telling jokes. It was
more telling jokes. It was a lot leaned on race. You know what I'm saying? So it is still on race, but it's like different. Like how he coming at it.
And my final point, I guess, on Dave Chappelle is that exactly what you just said, though. So when I was younger, and he was younger, and he did like a different kind of comedy. You know what I'm saying? And as he got older and did more, have more life experiences, with personally or with family or whatever the case is, his stuff got a little bit more weight to it, and he's more of a public figure now. So the same way Kevin Hart to a lesser extent, but now that Kevin Hart's a public figure, and like so all of his business when he have infidelity stuff, like all that stuff got more weight to it now when he joke about it or when he don't joke about it on stage now is way more weight to it. So that's definitely what I'm a fan of.
But you got people pulling strings on him. He in all these movies, all these different deals. All it takes is to upset one person, and that could be all gone. You know what I'm saying? From his point of view, he got mouths to feed. So if he mess up, they don't eat. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a difficult spot to be in. That's a lot of pressure and all of that good stuff. So that's why he moved the way he do, and that's why he just if people need money or whatever. I don't want to say he just giving money away, but as far as like when situations come up, you just deal with them and just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Because if he get hung up on something, ain't no telling the people that he got around him. Could also be hung up. Dave Chappelle on the other side, it's just him. Like he got the one joke or whatever where he's like, I can't be canceled. You know what I'm saying? Canceled for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be canceled. Like this is a great feeling. To say whatever I want to say and not be able, to be canceled, not to be worried about being canceled.
Right. He booked a show, no promo, selling out.
It's insane.
In a matter of minutes. So he doesn't need anybody but him.
I just think about like 2004, like a freshman in high school, whatever. Like Dave Chappelle, like ran, like he was the culture for like two seasons. Like you know what I'm saying? Like for like 2.5 years. If you didn't see the show, like you didn't see the latest joke, like you could damn near not go to school because everybody gonna be joking and you gonna be missing out on all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they'll know, like, oh, you don't got cable or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't watch the Chappelle show. Like, it was that serious. It was that serious, man.
I remember I was missing out too on that first season. People kept talking about it. Like, what did they talk about? And I finally watched it. I was hooked. I think the first episode was the Rick James one, like very first episode that I ever saw.
Was the first you started with Rick James?
Yeah, I believe I started with Rick James, and
that's a good way to start.
How I just come with a classic episode like that. It was crazy, man.
This is a good way to start. Tim, thanks for joining us. I was trying to get to your comment, but we were rambling about heroes and stuff. So tonight, Tim, we're talking about, it's the last day of Black History Month, blah, blah, blah. So we were just talking about, and we asked you guys in the comment section on the podcast, people listening, name somebody Black that influenced you. You know what I'm saying? Or that you pattern your life after. It could be, we said it didn't have to be like a civil rights person. It could be an athlete. I know a lot of people said, like Jim Brown was like somebody that they looked up to. Being able to be that in control where, you could just walk away from football and do like whatever it is. He didn't love football anymore. He was able to walk away and go love on white women. You know what I'm saying?
Like something wrong because like this is how I know I'm fucked up. Because when you say, he had the strength to walk away, from football, and then my mind immediately, thought, well, he didn't have the strength to not knock his wife upside the head. Like,
hey man, we've been positive on this Black History. we all got past and demons and troubles, man. But we're talking about the positive.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, Jim Brown, legend. Cleveland Brown, legend. Greatest right.
You see how fast we moved on from the Michael Vick thing. Like we're trying to be positive here. Like, everybody got skeletons in those closets, man. So.
True. I mean, yeah. What they say, you can't judge nobody unless you look at yourself first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta don't throw rocks at what is it? I forgot it.
A glass house.
Right. Or he without sin.
Cast the
first stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I mean, that just tell you right there, don't judge nobody. But I ain't judging him.
I see your face. You like. Ain't nobody tell them not to. So Tim, that's what we're talking about. Anybody else that's watching, that's what we're talking about. So if at any time, just throw them down in there. We'll talk about your people. Hopefully we know who they are. Angel listed somebody I knew the name, but I didn't really know what she did. But having that positive role model is the main thing. For anybody that missed it, I want to put her coming back up. She said. I can't say the lady name, so I don't want to try. Because if you try to search it based on my pronunciation, you're not going to find her. She said, she reminds you of an older, wise person that gives good advice.
You sound like a white teacher that can't say black names right now. You're out of control.
Yeah, you said.
I got to see the spelling again. I don't remember.
I'll put it up there. Don't worry about it.
Ayanla. Van Zant. Ayanla. You was calling her Izzy.
Yeah. You lazy vine. Yeah, whatever. Ayanla. See, Andrew said he just got more substance now. I think this is a good job, Byron.
It could have been Tim, Brett, Cheryl.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, I'm good with black names, but she got me on that one.
But you would have pronounced it then.
So I just finished my bros drink. So before I refill, or no, I'm going to refill. I'm gonna go to my next blackish, black enough. I think we
you said black enough.
yeah, I think he's absorbed into the culture. So I feel confident in bringing up this my for my refill. It's that
Hey,
Terramana small batch tequila.
he flexing now.
Let me a little bit.
He flexing now. Like, yeah, I don't even see this in the bar.
Let me so let me I don't know, you might not recognize that signature, but let me know. I mean, let me let y'all know that this right here says Dwayne Johnson.
I'm glad he stopped using Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yeah, for any of you guys don't
Yeah.
know, that is The Rock's name.
Like, you don't even need to, like, you don't even, like, of course I love the Rock,
You
but you
know
don't
who
even need that no more.
Yeah.
Like, you above WWE.
Mm-hmm. So The Rock, this is his tequila.
Side note, before man, this is a new black wrestler on there. I don't know if she knew, but I just seen her and I like her character, because they letting her
The black.
bring out the blackness. I love it. But anyways, back to Terramana.
Man. So this is my first official like pour. We're not doing alcohol reviews, but if we did, this would definitely be on there. But The Rock is black enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's absorbing to the culture. You know, he went to the U in the 80s, so you don't get no blacker. Even white guys on that team you don't get no blacker than that.
Did you see he got a show on like
Yeah, he got a show where he just sitting down doing commentary about his life, and then they do like a show about it. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to The Rock, man, and his tequila is actually, and the price point of the tequila, because LeBron got some stuff out here. That price point ain't the price point ain't friendly. You know what I'm saying, to the average person. So shout out to The Rock. Chanel said, "Ooh, Walking Tall." That was a solid movie. A lot of people didn't like that movie. It's like one of his earlier Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies, like an early one, solid movie to me.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If you seen The Rock, would you be like starstruck? Like, yo, what's up? Like, because it's a difference between, oh, that's such and such, I'm going on my day, or I at least gotta like dap him up. Something, give him his respect.
See, that's a good one. Look, remember we talked about it. The Rock might be one where I wouldn't like. I would be a little bit more emotionally involved, being that nigga from like childhood, like kid watching wrestling. You know what I'm saying? When he was the Nation with the little stupid shit on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way into like now. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be one. You might have found one where I might be. All right, man. It's The Rock, man. It's crazy. It's the Rock right there. It's crazy to see The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be weird. You might have found one. Maybe. I'm not sounding completely, but you might have found one.
Yeah.
Joined us. My bad. I just want to reset one time for anybody that just joined us. Last day of Black History Month, so we're just going. You know, of course, we black products and black cigars, of course. We talk about black people in our lives that influenced us or that had some kind of bearing in our life. Angela shared hers earlier. Byron's first guy. We two people. Byron's first selection was Malcolm X. We played a clip and talked about it. My first guy was Dave Chappelle, and we just got done talking about it. That's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to finish a slack because I got excited talking about Dave Chappelle and stuff. But yeah, so if you guys got anybody black that influenced you or gave you some kind of a direction, like I said, it don't have to be civil rights. It could be a comedian, an actor. It could be any of that stuff. Definitely let us know. Put it in the comments. We want to talk about them. Give them their just dues, even if they're not super famous or whatever. But definitely let us know. Tim said, Tim said, I'll slap him in the ass and be like, "What up, bro?" So I'm hoping you got typos, man. I don't want to. I'm not judging you. I know you moved from. I know you moved to Michigan, so you do a little bit different up north. But hopefully, you mean in a more friendly, more friendlier way. Um, yeah, I don't know. The Rock might be one that Byron might have found somebody where I might be a little more starstruck than probably anybody else for that matter. That's that's pretty good. That's a good one. We gotta do a Laker review now that I'm thinking about it. I might have to call up work. Um, one time, just for the one time. So like I said, anybody that you guys got, definitely put them in the comments. We want to talk about them and stuff. And then we got one more person to share.
Right, I'm back. My bad.
To share. Just so happened. Actually, it's not really even a just so happened because I could have foreseen it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being perfectly honest, I could have foreseen this one coming. But we're gonna share. Actually, I got a couple clips, so maybe we should start that one first. And actually,
play them all.
it's just a few, but I mean these are good though. Let me see. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. First thing I'm gonna do, I want to play that the RDC World Black History. I want to play the Black History Month clip. And
then we'll go into our last figure, black figure.
And like I said, if at any time you guys put it down, so Chanel, Maya, go ahead and put your people in there. Tim, if you got somebody that influence, Tim, you can put my name in there if you want to, man. Nobody's gonna be upset at you. I promise you. I don't got a list of nobody else that's in the things. Otherwise, I would call out whoever else is watching. But you got anybody that influence you, let us know. And it's a short clip, but I think it's funny. And I mean, it really is what what school is for us.
Today in class, we're going to be learning all about Black history. So write down that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, Martin Luther King, he had a dream, and moving on to Anne Frank. So it all started in 1939, back in World War II. When yes, Mark.
Is that it for Black history, or?
Oh yeah, Rosa Parks said no. Don't forget that one. That's important. So yeah, like I was saying, back in 1939, at the start of World War II, and
that's all we did.
Yeah. I just told you everything.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's so good, man. Wait a minute. That's all we did? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Rosa Parks said no. Don't forget to write that down. All right, man. 1942. Look, that's what Black history is. That's what Black history is, you know what I'm saying, in school, in high school. That's exactly what it is. I got to play it one more time. It's only like 30 seconds. I got to play it one more time.
Today in class, we're going to be learning all about Black history. So write down that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, Martin Luther King, he had a dream, and moving on to Anne Frank. So it all started in 1939, back in World War II. When yes, Mark.
Is that it for Black history, or?
Oh yeah, Rosa Parks said no. Don't forget that one. That's important. So yeah, like I was saying, back in 1939, at the start of World War II, and
that's all we did.
Yeah. I just told you everything.
Hey, I remember senior year of high school, I did a speech on at my all white high school as to why they need to have a Black history class, because it was none, literally nothing.
No, wait, let me play devil's advocate, or not. Let me just tell you the reverse. My senior year, second semester, I signed up for African American Studies. I went in there, and she was like, all right, class, here's your syllabus. You need to get these supplies. This is what we're going to cover on the semester. And I'm like, No, I'm not. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this on my second semester. No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not doing this. As soon as the class was over, 52 minutes later, I walked into the office. The counselor like transfer me. Like, why? What happened? I'm like, give me out of this class now. Like, I'm about to do some. You know about study, but it's like you think about doing some work the second semester of my senior. No, get me out of the
Mhm.
class, lady. Now,
Hey,
give me out.
that's it. That senioritis set in, man. It set in for me too, but it set in as soon as the year started. Like,
My senior year, I tell people all the time. My senior year, I didn't do not one homework assignment. My entire
mhm,
senior year
mhm,
for any class. I do
mhm,
my classwork. I take my test. Homework, not one piece the entire year.
mhm.
Yeah. You get lazy as a senior for sure.
See, I knew exactly what credits I had to get in order to graduate. So once I figured them out, them classes, I was acing all of them. But the other
Right.
classes, I know I had two or three study halls a day, and like two gym classes, like literally nothing. And I took English 4, which was hard. Everybody was talking about how hard English 4 was after school. No, I don't need it for that. But I took it in summer school, so it was just a breeze. Man,
It's funny.
man.
Let me see. So Chanel said her person is Sonny Anderson. Um, is that the cook, the chef, or something? She got a
For
show.
what?
She had a show on like the Food Network or something.
This ain't the one where no, I ain't gonna say that because I ain't trying to be negative. I ain't trying to bring that negative to the show. But is this a show where the lady she had like the Southern buffet style restaurant?
No, that's Paula Dean.
No, not Paula D. Paula D. White. No, they're talking about it's a
Yeah,
black family.
oh, I don't know.
It's a black family. Like she got a restaurant and she got like you know fried chicken and all this other stuff. I know it's in the South somewhere. Don't know where exactly. I can't even remember. But I don't want to say the negative part.
I,
Because we said celebrating positivity today.
yeah,
So
I don't know. I mean, if you want to tell, she said, yeah, she's a chef. I only know the name, but I think she got a show on like Food Network or something like that.
I know Aisha got a show on the Food Network. Her ass can cook.
She weird looking now, though. I mean, I'm not being negative, but I don't want to be negative,
So
but
you saying you liked her thick?
I just think yes, yes, yes. That's. So that, I don't know. Just her whole look is just maybe just like way more makeup. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but you hate makeup though.
I
Like
do
she
hate
cool,
makeup. Yeah.
she cool either way. But when she was thick, better. Yeah, the sweetie pie. Yeah, that's the sweetie pie. That's what what I was talking about. I
I,
thought that was
I,
whatever Chef Chanel was talking about.
I don't know nothing about that. Let me see. She got her first show. Sunny Anderson got her first show. Let me say. She's a Food Network personality. Began hosting How'd I Get on My Plate in July of 2008 or July of 2008. Um, she also hosts a Food Network program, Cooking for Real Beginner. For real, is that like a talk show about food?
Oh, the real? No, it's kind of like the Whoopi Goldberg one, but it's other people on there.
No. It's called Food. Is the Food Network program is called Cooking for Real.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, Cooking for Real. Um,
Oh, okay.
she was,
Is it like for people who cooking food like dinners? Like that's how she do it. I don't know, man. I'm just assuming.
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find out a little bit more information about her. I
See,
don't
if it ain't Snowfall, All American, I don't. I'm not watching it.
she best-selling author. Best like you got a best-selling cookbook. Does that count as being an author? Like I don't know. I'm not disrespecting her. I don't know if it's the same thing or not,
I
but
mean, it's a book.
it was on the New York Times best-selling debut cookbook. It's called Sunday
You
Kitchen.
get that honor. You get that New York Times bestseller honor. You set.
All right, well, cool. I'm down. Uh, so yeah, so that's all I can find on her, like just looking at her notable moments or whatever. Chanel said her recipes, yes. You make it to the Food Network. That's the highest level for food. So I'm assuming, she must know what she's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Not the Iron Chef or some of these James Beard winners isn't the highest honor, but the Food Network is the
Oh,
highest honor.
well, Iron Chef is a TV show, though, right?
Yeah, it's a TV show, but you face some competition. But that James Beard is for people who have restaurants and out here, or you get that Michelin. Some of them you get 3 Michelin stars on your restaurant. Like you cooking some amazing food, like so the cigar flavor ice cream. So,
Let me ask you a question. Am I a chef?
I
Well,
mean, you may label yourself as one. I don't know.
I'm good at I'm good when I step in the kitchen.
So you can throw something in the air fryer.
Shit, I can do more than that, but I can. You know what I'm saying? I dabble. But no, that's cool. As long as hopefully she's doing something positive. Like I don't know anything about her. We 0 for 2. It's terrible, man. We need to
watch TV.
Hey, we need to do better, man. Your mom said so far snowfall is good. I don't know. I don't watch TV.
No, you 3 seasons behind.
Oh, I'm out then. Don't worry about it. All right, man. So we want to jump into our last person. If you guys got anybody, like I said, keep dropping it down. We'll keep doing our due diligence, trying to find out. And hopefully you guys can teach us about some new people. And we all can share in this experience and learn some stuff. Man, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to start with this guy, man.
Hey, inspirational.
I got 3 solid clips.
Since the 90s. 2001 is when it really hit me.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna play it and then we'll just come back and talk about it. Just listen, just listen up for us. Just listen.
Yeah, I'm inspired by life and all sorts of things. You can say something right now and it would inspire me to write a song or something to happen. Most kings just happen to be inspired by Basquiat drawing. The drawing, and he had most young kings get their head cut off on the bottom. And I looked at that and I was like, it's powerful. Just the statement in itself, lends itself for a song. The song starts inspired by Basquiat. My chariot's on fire. Everybody took shots, hit my body up. I'm tired. And then it's this, they build me up to break me down, to build me up again. They like, Hov, we need you back so we could kill your ass again. It's like this thing, this love, hate thing that the world has with success, period. It deals for the most part with success. It deals with people who you started your life off with and what success does to them. People look at you strange saying you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Like you're doing all this for a reason. And what happens most of the time, people change. People change around you because they start treating you different because of your success. So you are changing. You don't change who you are, the core of who you are, the things you believe, the things you love, and the things you die for, and your principles. You don't change that, but you're going to change who you are. You're going to change. You can't do the same things that you can't hang on the corner. Some people may not be comfortable with that. And then it deals with the other side of success, how people look at you when you're successful. Media medals, people sue you, settle. Every step you take, they remind you get it. So no matter how far you are, you still have that stigma on you of where you come from when you walk inside the door. Even if you have a tuxedo on, it's like, oh yeah, that's the guy who used to be this and did that. Most kings get their head cut off, right? I mean, in war, battle, and in life. At the end of the day, you've achieved everything you want. You've made it to the top of the throne, and at the end of the day, you just get your head cut off.
Fire. Hey, that interview reminded me of that song with Pusha T. I can't remember the name. When he said that he might walk in the room with a tuxedo, but people would be like, "Oh, hey, here's that guy. This is what he did in the past." You know what I'm saying? It's fire. I wish we could play songs. But
yeah, look. I wanted to play music, right, but all you get is 3 seconds, and then you got to pay or it becomes copyright. You
Look,
know,
even if you play my song,
yeah,
okay, no,
3 seconds.
cutting you off.
3
Y'all gotta
seconds.
pay me.
So as you guys can see, our last person we happen to share is Jay-Z. Your mom hated his voice. She said his voice is killing me. He do talk weird, which is funny. Yeah, so our guy or whatever, our tied second guy is Jay-Z. I don't like what more could be said. Like that's it. Like I just feel like saying his name like just comes with a snowball effect of like accomplishments. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm glad you played that one first
Right.
because
Yeah, because that's about music. That's before.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. So first you have the inspiration from the music, like the way like the way this man rap and describe different things, and then throw in some
How he
game.
gets inspired
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, just throw in a little bit of game, not too much, and you know what I'm saying, that can inspire you. You know what I'm saying, to whatever you're doing. Like it's like me, and you know, music, hip hop, especially. You know, everybody that I like, they always saying something that you can use to get you through your day.
Yeah.
Whether it's you gotta hustle, or you know something they saying that I've been through similarly. Um, it's just always something. That's what I listen to. That's the type of rappers that I listen to. So you know, but him, he's at the top of that list.
Man, he got a line in that song that those lines he was breaking down was like words, was lyrics to a song. He was just breaking down the song or whatever. For those of you that don't know, and like in the song he got a line like see Jesus, see Judas, see Caesar, see Brutus, see success is like suicide. Like it didn't go on, so but that's like think about it. Think about how many traders was like that close, like your best friend, you know, one of Jesus's disciples, Caesar's best friend. You know what I'm saying? They both got him out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like just the wordplay of yeah, like your best friend. Don't cross me. You in the camera, you with the headphones on, and the white T-shirt. Yeah, you hear me? Yeah, you hear me? Man, like this is crazy. Like it's crazy when you think about it like that, though. Like the people, he said you know, he's like, you know, these people, these examples that I'm giving you, like all these people had keys to their crib. Like they could come around whenever. Like, that's my best friend. Of course he can come in. And they auction these people. Like it's crazy, man. Like that song, Primo, it's excellent.
Yeah. But I feel the same way though. It's like when you want to do better, people just want to have you in the same spot doing the same shit that they doing. You know, and when you think about all your old friends, because now we older, you know what I'm saying? Just think about all your old friends, the ones who fell off, or the ones who laughed at you when you said shit, when we said we was gonna do the Epiphany radio stuff, right? So they you just think about it like, wow, I try to do something to better myself, something that I'm passionate about, and you immediately try to take the wind out my sails. I'm like, like those aren't the type of people that you want to be around. But just imagine if you didn't realize that, and you still try to keep these people around, and then once you got success, now bringing you down is bigger, because now you have a name and they feel like they have some information.
Look, before we play the next video, like it just bring me when you just said that, bring me back to another Jay-Z line about he said if I hit you, you famous. You know what I'm saying? No, if you hit me, you famous. If I hit you, I'm brainless. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a weird predicament to be in, where bringing me down puts you so high up on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like so you have an actual reason to do so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I hit you, you famous. If you hit,
Yeah.
if you hit me, you famous. I keep saying it backwards. And if I hit you, then I'm brainless. I'm the famous person. You know what I'm saying? That's only gonna build you up and break me down myself, like instead of the opposite way. So I could just go on and on about like Jay-Z and his lines. And I mean, so many. Oh man.
Yeah, to piggyback off what you said, when he said you can't even steal on a nigga, motherfuckers are so. That's
True.
you know what I'm saying? This is that same thing. Like you got to be on another level because you got a lot to lose and they have nothing.
Man,
And the more they have a lot to gain,
they
they
have
try to sue you, they try to get money off of you. Now you got to pay lawyers and you got to pay them.
you have way more to lose. You know what I'm saying? Versus what they had. They got a lot to gain, but you got a lot to lose when you're in that position. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they say when you get on, like, do you go back where you from? Do you do the Steve Harvey? Do you do the Steve Harvey and never come back?
So maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, huh? What's that nigga, man? In a positive way. Forget that dude, man.
Look, because if you come back, it's either you gotta come back on some. You got to come back on some like sneaky. You buying the 2001 car, you tint it out, just low key, or you coming through with bodyguards. I mean,
you got
that's the only two options, or never come back.
Or never come back. You got the Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, then stuff happens. You're right. Yeah, the name of that song is called Most Kings by Jay-Z. You'll find on
Get their head cut off.
Excuse me, on YouTube or anything. Yeah, just called Most Kings with Chris Martin. Like it's a real. And look, and I try to get like older people in my family to listen to Jay-Z or even like Lupe Fiasco sometimes. And I'm like, look, like don't listen to, like actually listen to the words. Like don't just hear the music. Like I don't like this music. Like actually listen to the words. But sometimes what these people be saying, certain people, of course, sometimes what they say, man, like it's enlightening almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even as an older,
it's an epiphany.
Even as an older person, you still can get that enlightenment, man, for sure.
Let me ask you this. This is a random question. So I was thinking about it like a couple of weeks ago, and I just want to get your opinion on it. Now, who do you think is more lyrical, Lupe Fiasco or Eminem?
That's I don't know. Probably Eminem, but I'm a big Lupe fan though.
Yeah,
I'm a big Lupe fan, but I probably get an edge to Eminem though, I guess, because he putting a lot of stuff in a small amount of space, especially now. You know what I'm saying? Like he putting a lot of stuff, a lot of callbacks, a lot of like his. I'll probably get Eminem the edge. I'm a big Lupe fan though.
See, like as much as I like Eminem and think his bars are incredible, it's like the Lupe is on just a totally different level to me. Yeah. But I just don't think. But I think Eminem gets a lot more praise for it, and Lupe doesn't.
Oh no, I agree with that.
Just because Lupe's content is more forward thinking, positive type of message, whereas Eminem, he's telling you to eat a dick or something. You know what I'm saying? So
sometimes, like on like recovery, like Eminem be on this positive stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But typically, he do. In his defense, though, he do what they praise Lil Wayne for doing so much in his mixtape days was. Lil Wayne wasn't rapping about nothing, but it sounded good. Like he was able to put this with this, put this bar with this bar, and it was coming across amazing.
Yeah.
Now Eminem's doing the same thing, but faster, like literally just saying the words fast. Where you got to listen to it 3 times. Like, oh man, he said this, and that connects with this. That rhyme scheme it works. This is the rhyme scheme you're using. Blah blah blah. Like you got to go back and forth. So, and that's mixtape Weezy when they was talking about he was the best rapper alive and all that nonsense.
Yeah, well, at that time he was because he was putting out some fire. But was he talking about nothing? No, no. But some people can do both. Like Lupe can talk about something and be lyrical. Some people can't do both. They just put bars, just try to say the dopest thing. But Lupe can. I don't know.
if you guys, I know we talk about music and y'all hate it, but y'all, if y'all want to hear some Lupe, like a good example of Lupe, to me, if I could pick two songs to show its range, it'd be "Bitch Bad," which I know people hear the name, older people especially hear the name, and then they automatically, I don't want to listen to that song. But really go listen to it. It's a really good message. That, and then SLR3, which is like a mixtape song, but he's taking shots at everybody, and then it's like a little reminder, like, hey, I can really, like, when I want to come at people, I can really do this in a nice way.
Was that the Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
response? He
Yeah.
was going in.
Yeah, he pretty much, yeah. Like, if you ain't 150,000 Lil Wayne or Jay-Z, you're on this list. If you ain't those three, you're on this list.
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like he underrated, but he was supposed to come to Cleveland right before the Corona or right when it started, but of course it got canceled. Hopefully he come back because that's somebody who I want to see, in person.
I'm a big Lupe fan.
And my list is like small, like people who I want to see in person because I've seen a lot of people who I wanted to see so far. So it's like 2 people on my list right now. But yeah,
Yeah, right. I'm about to say, Ho take them both though. All right, so we're gonna get to the next video. We're gonna talk a little bit about it.
Jay, you where you grew up, you could have easily have ended up, as you've discussed with your friends, who did something, and by golly, they were put away and didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, there are very few people that from my neighborhood, in my environment, that make it out. I mean, forget about to be successful, to make it out alive, or to be incarcerated. I have a great friend, who just came home, who's one of the most beautiful people you ever meet, and he's, he just came home from doing 13 years, and we were together every single day, and had it not been for music and music taking me out, at the right time, my life could very easily have been his. Very easily. We were together every single day.
Mention the story about London.
Yeah. So they did, we were into different things. We were into a lot of street things. And, just so happened I had a talent to make music. And a guy by the name of Jazz, who I started out with really early, he got the opportunity, he got to deal with EMI. He had the opportunity to go to London to record his album. And, I went along with him, and we waited for 2 months. Well, in that 2 months, there was a sting operation, and they took, my friend I'm talking about, took him away for 13 years. And the only reason I was in there because I was away,
Look, that man is sitting in a double interview with Warren Buffett. Like we talking about Jay-Z from the projects. Like people will forget that this man is from the projects. Like he's from
Marcy.
You forget that this man, but that comes to to talk about, this is the business, Jay-Z. His last album, it was strictly all the info that you can get from Jay-Z and all his past releases. It was all packed in one album on this one.
So I mean, like, why? Like, explain why you chose that clip. Like, was it because of?
Well, firstly, because it was short, and when I was looking for clips, like I had specifically looked for that interview, but I'm like, okay, the interview is crazy long.
Yeah, 38 minutes or something.
You know what I'm saying? And you had to go to this number, chop. I'm like, I just picked this clip. You want to watch it? You want to go watch the whole interview? I highly recommend it. It's a great interview. But
credit to Forbes, Forbes magazine. Just type in Jay-Z, Warren Buffett, Forbes. The whole thing could come up. It's one of those like Malcolm X speeches that we was talking about earlier, where you listen for an hour, just sit there and listen to Malcolm X talk. It's one of those type of interviews where you go back and forth, and you just see the contrast between the backgrounds of Warren Buffett and Jay-Z. Yet they in a double interview together, like they making the mind is the same, even though the backgrounds are different. It's a very good watch. I promise you.
Yeah, the other reason why I chose that video is because he's doing an interview with Warren Buffett, who was once the richest man in the world, still top 3, at least top 5 right now. I'm not exact, but he at least top 5 now. Jay-Z coming from the projects, becoming a billionaire. Now he's sitting with other billionaires. It's just an inspiration in itself. And he just did that. He sold half of Ace of Spades to Moet Hennessy. And they used to drink Moet, and he stopped drinking it. Then because was it them who said, or was it Cristal?
No,
it was Cristal. Okay.
Cristal.
And now he got Moet Hennessy, who bought 50% of the company, which is instant cash in his pocket.
Did you ever read that? Did you ever read that interview that he did after the Cristal executive said what he said?
Maybe not.
All right, so Jay-Z was just saying man, that happened and put me in a completely different headspace because we wasn't asking for anything. We was buying it. We paying, saying hundreds of dollars per bottle, or whatever. We were buying it, but we're happy just being consumers. You know what I'm saying? He's like, but when they said it, he's like, well, in that case, if that's how you feel, I'll do it myself. I'll make my own. You know what I'm saying? I'll get in the business myself, and I'll enjoy. He was like, we was happy being consumers. Can you imagine being a consumer of whatever product? You guys, watch our shows, hang out, and then we just insult y'all just nonstop, just a full show just insulting the people that support us.
Yeah.
How absurd is that? You know what I'm saying?
I haven't ate a slice of Papa John's since. He said what he said.
Right. That's what exactly. Yeah. So much to the fact that Papa John had to go to Shaq. Shaq, come on, man. Come on. What can you do?
Likable black guy. Hey, yeah. But yeah, I salute him for making his own. But what I really like about, I haven't had Ace of Spades though, but as far as Douce goes, quality.
Woo.
Quality. Is it expensive? Yeah, but it's worth it for that quality. Okay, you can drink some hen, take a shot of hen, take a shot of the Douce, and it's like, okay, he really spent time and tasted, went through the process of making sure that it tastes good.
And don't get me wrong, I still rock with hen for sure. It's a better price point for me for the results, but now they're in the same family. So now, how
that's gonna work out.
I don't know how it's gonna work out either. But
but you know what? They only put 50% in of the whatchamacallit part though. The Ace of Spades part. The other part, he still on 50% of that though. So it's weird, isn't that competition? A conflict of interest because he got his own cognac and.
Well, no, because it could be, but it won't be because it's 50%. So it ain't like they can tell him no, you can't do this because it's only half. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it was 49-51, then they could say you can't promote this at the same time you're promoting this.
Yeah.
Plus, it's two different companies, so he only sold Ace of Spades. He didn't sell. They don't have nothing to do with Douce. That's a whole different entity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if he have a bottle of Ace next to a bottle of Douce, they can't say nothing because it's 50%. For example, we 50% of the company. If you was if I was man, you got to take the Bud Light thing down. You're no. I'm oh well, shit. I tried. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't. There's no override. You know what I'm saying? Angel said that pizza sucked anyway. Yeah, Papa John's wasn't the best. It was cheap though. It kind of had some deals.
Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest, but I'm with you. Ever since then, not even on the radar ever.
Yeah.
For nothing.
For
nothing.
But yeah, not only was there inspiration in childhood, it was inspiration when it comes to, owning your own home for real.
So we got one more video I'm gonna play. We just happen to have 3 of Jay-Z since I kind of cheated and picked a second one, but it's another short clip, but it's just as powerful to me. I really hope you guys enjoy this. It's been a great show. I'm a fan. All right, we're right back.
Honored to be in these situations that I could use my voice and do the things I do. You know, it's an extension of my family. It's like the things that I do. I tell my family all the time. I tell my grandmother, my mom, you know, they're proud. They're super proud and strong women, and they won't ask me for anything. And I say, man, you know, there are times where I don't want to get my picture taken, and I want to eat, and you know, paparazzi like take photos in your face and screaming at you and like taking pictures, and you can't take your kid to the park. And I'm like, those are the sort of things that give the reason why I'm okay with it, and why I can cope and live with these things without, you know, much as a complaint. It's the things that it allows me to do, the spaces that it affords me, the rooms I'm allowed to go in as myself. I walk in every room as myself. I don't walk in any room as anyone else. I'm not cowering. I'm not speaking soft. My voice doesn't change. It sounds exactly the same way. I'm walking as myself and proud, and I speak for us, and that gives me a joy. I'm honored to be in those rooms, and so yes.
Man, so look, so as you can see, a theme with me with the people I picked or the clips or whatever is like being yourself, being able to be yourself in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Or being in a position where you can walk into any office and be yourself, right? So I had a couple of like meetings this week that I had to go to, and Angel had asked, she's like, "Oh, like, is it like nerve wracking or like irritating or whatever?" I'm like, no, like honestly, like I enjoy this because like I'm super comfortable with who I am as a person, the knowledge that I have. Not saying I'm the smartest person or I can't learn something or anything like that, but my personality and you know, like the type of person I am, I'm so comfortable with that when I walk into, I don't care if it's an interview, if it's a meeting about Epiphany Media, if it's an email that I'm sending out, whatever it is, I'm so comfortable and happy with myself that I can comfortably put myself into those situations. I can walk into those offices, those meetings, that email, that interview, whatever, as myself, and then it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like being braggadocious or anything like that. I'm just saying like I'm comfortable, and it's so important to be comfortable with who you are, whoever that person is. You know what I'm saying? And these, you know, Dave Chappelle and Jay-Z, those are two people who kind of embody that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and this is just a little thing that I want to hear what you had to say, B. You see, like, so as y'all can see, Jay-Z's hair is getting more and more, you know, longer and extravagant. Now he got the Miami, Florida dreads right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga hair is crazy. But I think that's important visually for, you know, whether it's white America or corporate America or whatever, to see that you can have dreads. Not saying I got dreads specifically, but you can have dreads and still be, you know, a bank manager. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be in these CEO offices. You can run the Super Bowl department of the NFL with dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? Like your hair doesn't define you. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, all your other attributes is what defines you. But I feel like his statement, I don't know if it's a statement, he might just be growing his hair out. I don't know. But I feel like it's more of a statement, I guess, saying, you know, showing people that, hey, you can have dreads and still be, you know, a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Or still make these good decisions and still make sign these good contracts or whatever. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a big thing with his hair. And Andrew said it's just confidence. You know, as far as being yourself. And I got it, especially when I go into interviews or meetings. Me and you talk about it off air like all the time, but when you get these interviews and stuff, and the more people, the better. Like I love it. You know what I'm saying? Now I can, you know what I'm saying, like in succession. You know what I'm saying? I can knock them out in succession. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That brings me pride and joy, and you know what I'm saying. That's why I chose that clip, and that's why I chose those two guys as my people of Black History Month.
Man, that's what's up. Hey, so uh it was another interview where Jay-Z was like, he was like, you know, what it he was like, what is talking white? Like what like how is speaking English talking white? And and you know, with what you said, you know, going in an interview, being yourself, right? Some people think that you can't be yourself, especially as Black people, if you speak in regular English. But it's at times you need to speak regular English because nobody don't. No, some people don't understand. Uh, you know, some of these words. Some of my.
And look, and sometimes it's just about people not understanding. You know, it ain't so much you talking white English or talking white. Sometimes, like, if I speak like this, they're not going to know anything I'm talking about. Look, I'll tell you a clip just real quick. A clip I seen recently was when them weak, I'm going to be positive, but when them weak ass warriors went to the White House when Obama was the president, the year 2015 when they beat us in the thing, and it was like, and Barack was like, Steph Curry shot a 3-pointer, and then then he paused, like, I'm gonna use some slang here, like y'all might not understand it, but it's an actual thing. It's called slang. He's like, Steph was clowning, you know. And we went back to talking how president's supposed to talk or whatever. But sometimes it's just if he was just up there like, man, Steph was clowning, people was like, what does that mean? Obama's tripping. He's
doing a big thing.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It would have been a whole thing. But so it's not about talking white. Sometimes it's about if I speak in this way, the person I'm talking to is not going to have any idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't mean that I don't interject myself and my language. For me personally, my language and the way I talk, the stories that I decide to tell or whatever. Like I wish I could take a camera and see all of my interviews so people could see that I'm Mike Tyson, confidence wise. By the time we get to the ring, when like I should have picked Mike Tyson. We would have had some great clips. Mike Tyson got this saying or whatever. He's talking about from when he's backstage to the time he's in the ring. He's like, man, I'm backstage. I'm scared. You know, I'm legit scared. You know, I'm about to walk into a fight with a guy that want to hurt me. Blah blah blah. As I start walking, I gain a little confidence, but I'm still very nervous because this guy want to hurt me. Like, what's going to happen? You know, I'm so confused. I don't know. You know, by the time I get to the ring, I'm a guy. Like, my confidence is on the high, whatever he said, some word in the Mike Tyson language. Like, my confidence is up there, and I'm undefeated. I'm untouchable. All this stuff. Like, that's how I am when I get to the interview. When I pull up, I'm like a little nervous or whatever. As I walk to that door, that confidence starts building. By the time I sit down, I'm a whole nother person. In regards of confidence. But I'm so confident in myself that they can't tell me nothing in that. You can't tell me nothing in that meeting, man. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Chanel said, like, because you're educated, you can't have some slang in your words sometimes. Yeah, for sure. Man, I see Spanish people have full Spanish conversation and then just throw in the English word just because. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you telling me, well, I don't know what happened to that guy. I'm assuming his phone died, but we're about to be out of here before you get back, probably. But yeah, like you can, man, if you can have slang in your speech and still be professional. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff. Like it's not a this or that. Like it's an and type of situation. So my message to people, to Black people, whatever you want to call it, this Black History Month is be yourself. Like I said, both of my people, that's what they embodied was being confident in themselves, knowing their history, being able to say, hey, if I do this, then I'm not being myself, or saying, if I can't be myself, then I won't do this. And, that's the type of people I like to build myself off of, I guess. I was gonna start for time, but that's all I got. And by the time we get on here, it's gonna be gone. By the time he charges his phone up or whatever. So, on behalf of him, I want to say thank you all for joining us. We appreciate y'all always. He'll say some yada yada yada. remember to own your own. That's what he'll say. And I'll be like, hey, listen to Politics on Wednesdays. Ebony J is coming back with a show next Sunday. Be sure to tune in for that. Next week, we'll have a surprise for you guys. We might have a guest, so tune in for that. Look for programming notes or reminders for next week for having a guest. If you guys need anything, merchandise or the Cash App, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, we appreciate y'all that support us to the heavens. We really do, I promise. I don't want to over talk it, as my man AB say. I don't know AB, y'all should search him on YouTube. So I'm going to get out of here, but we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Conversation with Ebony J. And it's not even a conversation with Ebony J no more. I feel bad now. During the course with Ebony J and Penny, sorry. I feel bad. And Ebony Media will be back next Sunday. Join me Wednesday for politics. I'm not exactly sure we're talking about it yet, but we will talk about whatever's going on. And be safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your mask. And we will see y'all Wednesday and twice on Sunday. Y'all take it easy and give Byron. My bad, Ed. My bad. It was a conversation for a long time. Sorry. So be safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your mask. We'll see y'all Wednesday and twice on Sunday. Salute to the city as always. Be safe, and we'll talk to y'all soon.